Start the day off here on the bike. Normally I do the Stairmaster, but honestly I just wanted a bit of a mix-up. So starting off with the bike, 5 minutes on it, nothing crazy, just pedaling at a good pace. All this is really geared toward doing is getting me a little mild spud going, getting my hips, knees, ankles, everything good and loose before I get into some seated leg curls. First exercise of the day is going to be seated leg curls. As you guys seen me do this in the past, I use that pad on my lap just to fully lock in that lap harness so that I don't get any movement front to back, and it really makes me isolate my hamstrings. But the difference here is I did a full rest pause today. Normally where I just roll through them, I'm going to come all the way up, slight pause at the top, and then fire back for contraction. I did 3 work sets, working my way up to the entire stack, and then added a 4th work set where I did a back off, where I just really focused on not only stretching, but also holding that contraction to really drive blood into those hamstrings. Next up is going to be some adduction. Work my way up to the stack here, which is 200 pounds, and really just cranked as many as I could. The past few weeks I've been getting over between 5 to 7 reps, and I beat that number today, so very happy with this exercise. Alright, so this is the meat and potatoes of the workout, belt squat. I did a lot of sets warming up before my top end, and with every single set, I paused for a 3 count in the hole on all 6 reps, and really tried to focus on squeezing my hamstrings and glutes to get out of that hole, and then work the quads on the way up. You notice seeing those good and deep, those felt really good today. Got 3 plates and a quarter aside for my final work set. Time to get a massive pump on my quads. So after those heavy belt squats, this is the perfect time to come over and do some occluded leg extensions. So all I'm doing here with these knee wraps is wrapping up how am I growing at about a 7 out of 10 tightness, where a 10 out of 10 would be how you would wrap your knees for, say, a truly heavy squat. With this, I want 7 out of 10 where my feet aren't going numb or tingly or anything weird like that, but it's just cutting off some blood flow so that when I take those wraps off, it's really gonna let all that blood fly into my quads and feel really, really good. Okay, the goal here was simply 4 sets to failure. I had 110 pounds on the stack, trying to really control these reps and squeeze and drive blood, where the first exercise for quads was gonna be hammering weight. This is all about massive pump. So 4 sets to failure with those wraps. I do not take those off for all 4 sets, and between each set, I'm hitting 30-second rest period. So again, do not take those wraps off until all 4 sets are done. last exercise for quads was a leg press. If you notice, my feet are very, very low on the platform here, and I'm thinking about here is I need 3 sets of 30 with a 1-minute rest period. The first set was pretty challenging, the second set got much harder, and the third set was an absolute fight to the end. What I wanted to do here was just pump reps like a piston. I could not stop at the top or stop at the bottom. I just had to roll every one of these 90 reps and just build as much pump and blood as I could into my quads. All right, stretching things out. Stiff leg RDL on the squat machine here. Got 3 plates on there, just simply going for 8. Really pushing my hips back towards the wall, getting a good stretch in my hamstrings. Again, not trying to break any records here with weight. All I want to do is stretch those hamstrings out. And to finalize the day, I'm gonna do a seated calf raise, and instead of here like really trying to think about working my calves hard, what I'm thinking about working here is the stretch position. If you notice, I'm holding the stretch for about a 5 count and then driving up explosively, squeeze my calves, and then right back down to a 5 count. I did 3 sets of 10 like this, and I was immediately into tibia raise to failure. So again, all I want to think about is getting a huge stretch, and that's going to help my ankle mobility so that it keeps the pain out of my hips, ankles, and knees. And that concludes another successful leg day for this fall season.